Can you hear me? I'm a dumbass. I fucking put the mute on. But it's like what Wonder Woman 1984 is finally gonna happen. God damn. Bro. Finally is gonna happen. We were all wondering, like, this is just breaking news. We were all wondering, like, yo, is this movie gonna come out anytime soon? Like, what's gonna happen? And finally, it's gonna come out. It's gonna get released, and thank God for that. And the fact that uh, Gal Gadot, Patty Jenkins, Wonder Woman, they're all gonna come out and they're all gonna support the stream. And I love the fact that Patty Jenkins was gonna say like, "Hey, this is for you. This is for the fans. This is what we want to support. This is why we did this for you. Is we want to support you guys. We want to do this for you fans." And because people for a while like they were getting like disinterested. It's like, yo, is this movie ever gonna come out or not? Like people were like, yo, is they were like, yo, like I like Wonder Woman, I like Gal Gadot, I like Patty Jenkins, but at a certain point, there has to be there has to be some consistency because we hadn't had a Wonder Woman in like years, almost like since like fucking I think so, the last Wonder Woman was in 2017, and this one was supposed to come out in like 2018. Then it was supposed to come out in 2019, and then after a while, we're just like, okay, well, is this movie ever going to come out? Like what's going on? And the fact that now is going to come out in 2020. It's going to come out, I think, December 25th, Christmas. So there you go, HBO Max. And the fact that I love this, it's a great idea. I like it. It's going to be a huge, um, it's going to be like a huge testing ground for the Snyder Cut because people are like, yo, if Wonder Woman comes out and it's a massive success on HBO Max and people love it and people like working with it and people like enjoying it and it does huge numbers for the stream and for HBO Max, that's going to be a huge win for HBO Max. That's going to be a huge win for the Snyder Cut because if let's say like Wonder Woman comes out on HBO Max and it goes on streaming and the Snyder Cut comes out next year, the following year, or matter of fact, it's coming out the same year. I don't know, because it's December 25th. If it comes out and if it does well, if it does gangbusters, that's gonna be massive for the Snyder Cut. That's gonna give more confidence to Jason Kilar, to HBO Max, to Warner Media. It's like, yo, this was a good investment in putting this in theaters. This was a great investment in putting this with the Snyder Cut stuff like that. So overall, I'm happy. This is a huge win for Patty Jenkins. This is a huge win for Gal Gadot. This is a huge win for us because we've been speculating and wondering, like, yo, when is this gonna get released? Cause, like that was like the running joke. It's like delayed after delayed after delayed. At a certain point, it's like, okay, that's enough. Like people, no matter how much of a fan you are of Wonder Woman, you're gonna get tired of seeing like the massive delays for this film. So the fact that it's gonna come out is gonna be a huge success. It's gonna it's again it's a proving ground for Patty Jenkins. It's a proving ground for the Snyder Cut and seeing where it goes and stuff like that. So again, applause to Jason Kilar, applause to HBO Max for finally, you know, again this is a huge test because this is uh, like we don't like they don't know if this is going to be a massive success or not, which we all know it's going to be. But for them, it's taking a risk because this is not going to be like $1 billion off franchise. It never was because of the COVID of all the theater, especially like for someone like me in New York. James, yes, what's up, bro? Huge win. But for someone like me who lives in New York and all my theaters are closed down, so there's like no way I could ever see Wonder Woman in theaters, even if I wanted to. So the fact that this is being available for me on HBO Max and for people like me who live in New York, this is going to be a big win. And for damn sure, like I'm not gonna fucking rent out a theater to see this movie on the big screen. Like I love Wonder Woman, I love Patty Jenkins, but I'm not doing all that excess shit. No. Just make it easier for your customers. Make it easier for people like me. Who like, look, we want to see this. We want to see this like in the comfort of our own home. And the fact that they're gonna do this, it's a it's a huge gamble for them, but I think it's gonna pay off because we're all gonna watch it. Like we're gonna watch it in the comfort of our own homes. We love DC. We love Wonder Woman, and I think once they see the numbers and once they see how huge this is gonna be, because this is a like this is. I think people don't realize how much of a game changer this is gonna be. Like this is gonna be phenomenal. Like this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be big. And like I said, this only does like this only proves a point to the Snyder Cut. Like, hey, this is a investment worth taking. And the fact that once this comes out and once they see the numbers and once they see like the subscriptions go higher and higher and higher, that's a win-win. That's a win-win for you. That's a win-win for me. That's a win-win for the community, for HBO Max and all the subscriptions. This is really going to change the game, and this is going to outdo whatever Marvel's doing because I guarantee you, like Kevin Feige is looking at what DC's doing with Wonder Woman and the fact that they're not going to charge anything extra. I guarantee you, Kevin Feige is going to be like, you know what? If we release Black Widow on our streaming service, we're not going to charge it. We're not going to charge you. We're not going to charge you anything extra. We're going to give you, you know what? It's going to be like, we're just not going to charge you anything extra. They're going to copy the formula for HBO Max. And you know what? As much as I don't care for Black Widow, it's a smart business move for them because they're going to be the ones who be like, hey, I like this is a great idea. Like, let's do this because movie theaters are not going to open. They're just not. And people, I think the more and more theaters are closed and the more and more people stay at home, I think they're going to get used to it. It's just like constant. It's like they're just going to be more comfortable sitting at home, not have to worry about paying like $40 for a movie or like $50 for popcorn. They're going to want to stay home with the family and the kids and watch something on HBO Max and watch something with the kids. And this is like the perfect thing for them to watch Wonder Woman 1984. So again, I'm excited for it. Let's go, Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot. Dude, like, because after a while, I'm just gonna be like, is this movie coming out anytime soon? Like I would like to see this movie before I'm 85 years old. Like let's get this going. Like come on, like I love Wonder Woman. I want to see this movie. So let's get the boat rolling. Let's start hyping this thing up, and I think it's gonna pay off for them because like there's no way this movie was gonna release in next year or whatever. Like they were thinking about doing this in June. Like there's no way in hell this movie was going to release in June. There's no way. Movie theaters are not going to open next year. I hope people know this. Movie theaters are not going to open this year. Movie theaters are not going to open next year. I think because for a while I was upset that the Matt Reeves Batman was pushed back to 2022, and I was pissed off at that. I was like, why are you pushing this to 2022? But now, like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, listen, movie theaters, like I said, are not going to open this year. They're not going to open next year. So what's the next logical conclusion? They're not going to put that on HBO Max like that. They're not going to put that on the streaming service. They're going to want to put that on the big screen. So 2022, hopefully by that time, we'll see. Like we'll see how it is. But it's just like again, it all depends on the movie theaters, like what's going to happen and stuff like that. Truth went from 294 to so 290. Did I, bro? It's like I don't know. It's funny that you guys are keeping more like me. Like I don't pay attention to my subs. I'm not like again. I like talking to you guys, but I'm not like on the phone. Like hey, how many subscriptions did I get this time? It's like to be honest. I hope people don't take this the wrong way, but I really don't give a fuck. It's like I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I just like doing this for fun, and I like talking to you guys. If people want to sub to me, cool. If not, that's cool too. It's like do whatever you do. But to me, I'm not like worrying about it. It's like oh my god. It's like uh, I don't have 200 subscribers. What's going on? What's happening? I like people who really care about that. That's them. But to me, I don't care. I just like talking. I just like talking bullshit with you guys. Like I'm not really on the phone. Like, oh my god, like how come I'm not getting 500 subscribers? What's going on? I I, I want to let you in on a little secret. You ready? Ready? I don't care. I don't care. Maybe I should care because everybody else does. But to me, I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's just like I'm not forcing you to be here. And if you want to be here, cool. If not, that's cool too. Just do your thing. I do my thing, bro. Truth died again. What? Am I going off again? Can you hear me? How am I going? Like I don't know. I don't know if I'm like am I fucking chopping up again? Let me see. Because sometimes I check my internet connection. I'm just like, oh no, like what's going on? But hopefully, okay. Am I good? Am I good? Am I, right? Am I good? What's going on? I'm so excited, but I would have paid $20 to $30 for Wonder Woman 84. MrHootiedean, what's going on, bro? I think you're new to the chat. I would have been paid $20 to $30. Yeah, but I wouldn't go that far. If I'm like by myself, like if you talk about like the movie theaters, like yeah, maybe that would have been a possibility, but I don't know, man. The fact that this is coming to HBO Max is just like to me, like that's and the fact that they're not charging anything, like they're not charging anything extra, that's a good deal, man. Like I gotta take that. Like I'd rather have that than to pay like fucking 20 or 40 bucks in the movie theaters to buy popcorn, to buy soda, to get all that bullshit. It's like no, no, no. I'd rather be in the comfort of my own home, sitting back and watching 1984 Wonder Woman. That's that's what I want. Sub Truth, what's up? I am Vengeance. Hopefully you're good. Okay, you're good now. Okay, now. Okay, good. But like I said, Wonder Woman 84, I'm all about it. I'm all excited. Let's get this going. I love Gal Gadot. I love A. Jenkins. Hopefully the movie's good because it'll suck if we're like waiting for like fucking like we've been waiting for like 3 years, and then we watched the movie and it turned out that it's not that good. So that would be that would be heartbreaking for me because like really like you made us wait all these years and now it's not even good. Like, are you kidding me right now? Come on, bro. It's just like, ugh, that would be terrible. My, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna butcher your name. I'm sorry. Can I just call you Soyibo? My Soyibo. What's up, man? What's good, bro? Uh, Antonio Lopez, what's good, bro? How you doing, Truth? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? But yeah, I don't know how you feeling about this whole Wonder Woman stuff. But again, I'm all for it. I'm all good. So yeah, like Wonder Woman 84. Let's get this going, bro. Let's get this going. So the topic I wanted to talk about this evening is the Scream 5 discussion. Now I don't know how much um I don't know how many of you guys are Scream fans. I'm a huge Scream fan, at least the first two. 3 and 4, I don't like it as much. So the fact that they're making a Scream 5, I'm just like, oh my god, bro. She's like, are you serious? Are you like why? I don't understand why you're making a sequel to all this. Like this is just gonna I just like I'm not a fan of it. I don't know why they're making Scream 5. I think they should have left it off with Scream 3. The first Scream, awesome, fantastic. Scream 2, okay, not the greatest sequel of all time, but I can live with it. Scream 3, trash. Scream 4, it just went off on a deep end that I'm just not feeling at all. I'm just like I'm the fact that Kevin Williamson is coming back to write a sequel, just like, bro, you've written 3 of these movies already. I'm not a fan. I don't know what you're gonna do to be different to set yourself apart from the rest of the Scream films, but I'm why go, the Ghostface persona has lost its interest, bro. Like I don't care about Ghostface at all. Like it's dead and buried. I don't like it. It's no longer scary. The first film, phenomenal, great. It was scary watching it. Now because of Scary Movie, because of the Wayans brothers who did a fantastic parody of the Scream franchise. It's dead now. Like I don't know where you're gonna take this franchise. It's dead unless you make Sydney, Nev Campbell, unless you make her the killer, or unless you kill her off and you kill off Courtney Cox and you kill off the main cast. I don't know what you're gonna do different. Like I don't understand the thought process behind this because the Scream franchise is not like it's a big money maker. You're not going to make a whole lot of money off of this franchise. You've kind of milked this franchise to death. So where are you going to take it? I have no idea. Hopefully they have a good idea. Hopefully they have a solid idea. Because again, I like the Scream franchise, the first one. I just don't want you to ruin what could have been such a great horror series because you kind of already ruined it with 3 and 4 and with the tragic passing of Wes Craven, I don't want you to like disrespect his legacy, his art, and his imprint on the franchise, because that's what's important to me. Because I love Wes Craven, I loved his films. I thought the first Scream film, was so innovative and unique to the horror franchise that I don't want you to uh, desecrate it in any way. So I don't know. So we'll see. Midday. Okay, I got you, bro. Midday. I'm so desperate for any cash content. I would have paid any. Well, do you have HBO Max? If you have HBO Max, then you could watch like all the content that you need, bro. Then you should be good. Like, you should be happy, like, because you have Wonder Woman 84 right at your service, bro. DCEU content. Gotcha. Well, lucky for you, they have DCU, on HBO Max, so you could watch all that stuff. Most people, Arkham City is the best Batman game. Me Origins 10, Asylum 10, City Night 10. I love Arkham Origins. I thought Arkham Origins was great. I think Arkham Origins is probably the most underrated Batman game for sure. But at the same time, I'm just like, I can see people's gripes with it, but Arkham Knight, I like Arkham Knight. I think it's a good game. I think it's a solid game. I think it's a solid conclusion to the Arkham Knight story. But overall, I think it's a little bit of a disappointment as far as the story goes, especially with the reveal of Jason Todd. I wish they would have done something different to, make us not, because as soon as they introduced Arkham Knight, we we figure it out in like less than a minute. It's like, okay, this is Jason Todd. So the story, as far as that goes, was a little disappointment for me. What about Ghostface and Scary? Yeah, Scary, yeah, exactly. Like, they ruined any chance of making that character scary again, because the problem with the Scream movie, it became so iconic so quickly that it kind of lost it kind of lost its um just the horror element to it. Like, to me, like, the problem with the Scream franchise, it just became too much of a parody. It became too self-aware of what it was, and I wish they would have just gone back to the original and gone back to the roots of the character, and make the ghost face scary again. And I know it's difficult to do, unfortunately, now, because of Scary Movie, because of all the silly commercials, that it's kind of hard to take that character, to take that costume, when you look at it seriously again. Because the first Scream movie, when you see Ghostface for the first time with Drew Barrymore, it's scary, it's freaky, it's a costume design that you've never seen before. Now, because of like, how many, like, five Scream movies, countless parodies about it, now it's kind of ruined. It kind of messed up the mystique of that figure, and especially with the MTV series, which was god awful trash. I hated that. It was nothing like what Wes Craven delivered. It was kind of like a disrespect. I was just like, oh, great. So again, I just hope with part five, they go back to the original. They go back to what made the original work and what made it scary, and just concentrate on that. Again, unless you're going to do something new, killing off Neff Campbell or killing off Courtney Cox, uh, I'm having a little trouble getting excited for this one. So again, we'll see on that one. Kevin Williamson is writing this time. Oh, he isn't writing this time. He's just producing. Oh, okay. I thought he was writing this time. I could have sworn I read an article saying that he was writing this time. Maybe they got mixed up, and he's just producing. Okay, so that, to me, okay, that makes it a little, because I feel like Kevin Williamson. I feel like he kind of it's kind of past his prime now. It's like, okay, well, his style for the Scream movies just didn't work, especially now, since we're in a different generation, and the kids are much more savvy and much more intelligent. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see now how that whole Scream mythology works now, with the age of cell phones, of streaming, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. So hopefully, whoever the writer is, they do something. They come up with something unique to the franchise that keeps us guessing. So again, we'll see on that one. People are just gonna pirate it on and HBO Max is only in USA. That's well, of course, some people are gonna pirate it no matter what, right? Because unfortunately, you have those people who are just like, hey, like I can't get HBO Max. I don't want to pay for HBO Max, so I'm just gonna pirate and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's gonna happen regardless. I think some people are gonna do that with the Snyder Cut just because, like, hey, they hate Zack Snyder, or either they can't afford it, they can't afford HBO Max, so they're just gonna pirate it and what. It's the name of the game. Unfortunately, it's going to happen no matter what. But I think there are enough fans who are passionate enough and who are big enough to make sure, like, hey, if some people pirate it, it's not going to matter because it's still going to be successful regardless, right? So again, I think the people who love Zack Snyder, who want to support him no matter what, I think those people are big enough and large enough, have a large enough following that is going to outweigh the bad apples who just want to pirate it because they're assholes. That's my take on it, anyway. There was a great video about why Damian Wayne should have been the Arkham Knight. It really convinced me. You should go check it out. A great video about why Damian Wayne should have been in the Arkham Knight. I don't know. Well, who's the video you talk about? Is it a YouTuber? I don't know who you talk. So if you know the YouTuber, I'll probably check it out. But Damian Wayne is one of those characters who's grown on me. I like Damian Wayne now a little bit more, but the fact that he was going to be in the Arkham Knight, I could have sworn there was a story about I don't know if it was Rocksteady or WB Montreal. They were developing a Damian Wayne game set in the future. I don't know if that was true or not. I don't know if that was just a rumor, but that certainly would have been more interesting to say the least. So like it is what it is, but we'll see. We'll see with Gotham Knights and how that whole turns out. But for right now, I'm just not a pumped. I'm just not excited about Gotham Knights as I should be. I think I just need to see a little bit more gameplay and how that whole story resolves itself. I just read the new Scream. It isn't going to be. It is. Wait, you just read the new Scream? What, the script? You read the new Scream script? Do you work for Scream, bro? If you do, like, let me know. I just read the new Scream. It isn't going to be meta, just straight horror, and it's just going to be called Scream, not Scream 5. Yeah, I know that for sure. Which is okay, not the most unique title in the world, like like just Scream. Again, Scream 5. I don't know if they didn't want to like have like a number attached to it, which is okay, whatever. But the fact that it just called Scream, I think they're gonna certainly take a lot of inspiration from Halloween, from the 2018 David Gordon Green, which I like that movie a lot. I know some people don't. I like it. So I think they should take a page from the Halloween movie and go back to the roots. Go back to what made Michael Myers scary and what made that whole story work. So if they do that, I think from what I read from your statement, that they're going to go back to what made the original work and go back to what made Ghostface scary again, if that's possible to do, which I think it is. I think with the right script, with the and as long as as long as you can find the balance between horror and comedy and make sure it works well, I think they could do it. So again, it all depends on the script. It all depends on how they do it, on how they execute it, because execution is key. You can't mess this up because people are kind of already on the they're already on the fence about a new Scream movie. It's like, oh, like, why are we getting another one? But again, it all depends on how they execute it. If it's done well, if it's done well, then yes, go for it. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. It's a YouTube video. Okay, but who's the YouTuber? Sorry, I just read an article. Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, bro, do you work? Like, if you have contacts, let me know, bro. Send me a DM because I want to read the script. But yeah, as far as, again, if they're going back to the original, like the roots of the original film, that's a that's gonna make me happy because again, I love the original, and as long as they stick to the original, stick to the source, stick to the original, like you don't have to ignore parts of part two, part three, part four, but at least stay true to what Wes Craven wanted to do, and just stay in the whole meta, be tongue in cheek, be clever, but don't go so far over the top that you lose your audience. Because remember, at the end of the day, this is a horror film, and you want your audience to be scared. Like you don't want your audience to like feel like they're not in danger. Like put fear, as weird as it might say, put fear into your audience. Because once you hook them, then they're like, okay, we're on board, and we're actually terrified of this filmmaker in this film. So hopefully, they do that. HBO Max just worked out a deal with Amazon Prime, so if you have Fire devices, you can watch Wonder Woman 84 and Justice League. That's correct. So like finally now, like they actually got that deal set in stone. So again, good for them. It's about time because I've heard like the launch for HBO Max wasn't ideal. I think Grace Randolph talked about it. Like the deal with HBO Max, like the launch was just like people were just like flipping out. It was like chaos. So hopefully now, with everything set in motion, hopefully now they have a better understanding. Like okay, now like we can run it, and like now we know what to do and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll be much more smooth sailing from here. So we'll see. It's a link to a video. Okay, nice. Oh shit! Did I freeze? Am I freezing? Am I good? Am I good? All right. Am I still freezing? Let me know. Cause it's this fucking internet, bro. Like I don't know what's going on lately, but this internet's like fucking pissing me off. So hopefully I'm good. I'm new to your channel. What are you most excited for in the Snyder Cut? Oh well, thank you for stopping by. What am I excited for in the Snyder Cut? Huh. I think the real question is, what am I not excited for? Like, I'm excited for more Batfleck, more Superman, more Dark Side, more scenes with just just more the just more interactions with Bruce and Alfred, because especially with in the Joss Whedon cut, the Justice League, as we call it, it was just terrible. Like the dialogue was terrible, the action was terrible, the CGI was like uh just like it was just it looked fake. It all looked fake. And if you saw Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer, the black and white and the colored version, it looks so much better. And the fact that Batman is going to be treated like he was in BBS, like no jokes. He's not going to be part of a punchline. Ezra Miller, his performance is going to be vastly different from what you saw in Justice League. Ray Fisher is going to be completely different. Gal Gadot completely different. Like everything that you saw in Justice League is going to be the antithesis of what you're going to see in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So it's going to be pure Zack Snyder. It's not going to have any of the BS comedy. It's not going to be any of that. So it's going to be strictly what it is. If you loved Man of Steel, if you loved BBS, you're gonna like Justice League because it's gonna fall more in line with that. So again, more Dark Side. That's gonna be amazing. More a Flash, like in the Speed Force and all that stuff, and him actually not being less annoying than he was in Justice League. We get more Batfleck, and everything that you saw in Joss League with Batfleck, it was like complete reshoots with Joss Whedon. So if you didn't like any of what you saw, it's gonna be completely different. So that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see a completely different movie, a completely different version of Justice League with Zack Snyder, and that's gonna be amazing. I can't wait for that. Pretty late stream. To me, like, is it late? It's not. It's gonna be like 9:30. That's not late, bro. Like to me, like to me, that's early. So I'm more of a night owl. So for me, it's like shit, I'll fucking stream at 3 in the morning. Shit. I'm more of a night owl, so it doesn't. As far as the morning goes, not a morning person, but I do my morning streams and stuff like that. I'm so hyped for the black and white cut. Yes. So Zack Snyder said that well, I don't know if he said this, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. there's going to be two versions, right? There's going to be the black and white version, and there's going to be the colored version. Which I'm me being a Snyder fan, I'm picking up both. I'm picking up the color version, and I'm picking up the black and white version. And I know the black and white version that we saw in the trailer is still um is still being finessed. It's still being worked on. So that's not going to be like how it looks in the final product because Zack Snyder is still going to work on it. But but from what we saw, it was everything that we've wanted, right? It's just pure Zack Snyder. And I know some people were complaining about the like I don't know why people complain about this, but the film critics, the bloggers, they were complaining about how why is Zack Snyder making a black and white film like it's going to be completely joyless from just like Man of Steel and BBS. And I'm just like, and mind you, keep in mind these are the same people who praised uh, the Logan director, who praised not George, George Miller, because they were going to make a black and white version of Mad Max and Logan, and no one said anything about that. But once Zack Snyder says like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a black and white version of Justice League," all of a sudden, like people are losing their minds. It's just again, it's just the hypocrisy and it's the bias that really gets under my skin. Because like, yo, like why are you worried about this? Like, is Zack Snyder like let the man do what he wants to do? So I don't understand this whole outrage that you're getting because Zack Snyder wants to do a film that you have no part of doing. Like, if you don't like Zack Snyder's Justice League, cool, don't watch it. Just don't watch something else. Watch Captain Marvel 2. Watch Doctor Strange. Watch Golden Girls. But leave the fans alone. Can you please do that? It's very strange to me. I'm looking forward to the 20-minute history lesson. Yes, that's gonna be amazing. That's gonna I think and I'm pretty sure the Atlanteans, the Amazons, the Green Lanterns, and the Kryptonians are gonna be involved somewhat in the history lesson, which is like again a win-win for DC fans because that's gonna be amazing. And I kept saying and I keep saying like, yo, I think Supergirl is going to be involved somewhat. I don't think she's going to be involved in the battle, but I think Zack Snyder is definitely. I think Zack Snyder is going to throw a hint of Supergirl in there, and I think it's going to be subtle. I think you're going to have to look for it, but like there's been a lot of teasing of Supergirl being in this movie somewhat, or at least a cameo or whatever. Because I think that's what's going to happen, and if she's in there, that's going to be like mind blown because people are gonna be like freaking out because again there's a lot of theories going around that she's gonna be in this movie, so we'll see if that happens. Snyder, I don't care how many demons he's fought, how many hells he's never fought us, not us United Justice League, something's definitely again, that just goes to show the difference in dialogue, right? The difference in Chris Terrio's dialogue and the difference in Joss Whedon's dialogue. Joss Whedon didn't care about this movie, and I know, and I know some people are like, "Hey, I think there was a sabotage with Jeff Johns and Joss Whedon." I mean, I have to believe that because if you watch Justice League, it's so lazily put together that you have to consider, like, you have to ask yourself, was this sabotage? Like did Jeff Johns, did the people at Warner Brothers, the executives, did they sabotage this film on purpose? Was it done on purpose? Like, we don't know. Like, again, we'll never know. It's all speculation. It's all just rumors. But I wouldn't put it past them to do something like that. It's just like, oh, like it's really fucking disgusting. Logan Noir is pretty cool. I would have loved a Logan Noir film, a black and white film, especially since I think fuck, I forgot his name, the director's name, but he put out a black and white still of Logan with like all bleeding, cut up with claws, and it looked beautiful. It looked it looked like a painting. And um, I would love to see a black and white version of Logan. Like that would be phenomenal. Hopefully, I don't know if it's available or not, and I don't know if he got to put out a black and white version. But I would love to see that because that looked pure cinema. You talk about cinema, that's pure cinema right there, black and white. Like for me, I'm all about black and white, man. Like I want directors to do a black and white version of their films, no matter what it is, because I love the way it looks. and I love that it really sells the perception of this is a film. Like this isn't just your normal comic book movie. Like this is something that you need to see. And I love it. I hope the history lesson battle is a whole episode. uh, that would be dope. That would be cool. I don't think it's gonna be a whole episode. It's just gonna be a 20-minute sequence, but a whole episode would be interesting. That would be pretty cool. But I don't think. But that's not gonna be the case, unfortunately. But I would love fucking a whole episode of Dark Side, just like wrecking fools, just like smacking fools up. That would be amazing. That would be fucking really cool to see. What are your thoughts on the Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchises? Um, Friday the 13th. Oh my god, like that whole mess with the rights. Ugh, like I don't even want to get into that shit. But the Friday the 13th series, I think my favorites as a whole, I like them. Like overall, I think it's a good franchise. It's corny, it's cheesy, like it is what it is, right? But to me, 1 through 4, I think are the best for Friday the 13th. 1 through 4, and 6. I think 6 was what Jason Lives. That was awesome. I love those films. Everything else, I could take it or leave it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know why there's like how many? Like 6 or 7 of them. There should be only one. The 1974. That's it. That's it. I don't need a part two. I don't need a part three. I don't need a remake and a reboot. A part 8, part 10, part 12, part 20. Texas Chainsaw Massacre in space. I don't need any of that shit. Just the first one. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. Like I don't need fucking 20 Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. Like that's enough. That's like Scream 5. Like I don't need another Scream movie. You should have ended it with part 1. That's it. But again, part 2 was fine. Part 3, you're losing me. Part 4, I don't know what's going on anymore. So hopefully with Scream 5, they put the button on it. Scream 5 should be the last movie. That's it. Put a button on it. Whoever is writing of Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, hopefully they sign a contract. It's like, look, this is the last film we're gonna do. This is the last film we're gonna be in. So make sure it's good. Like make sure our characters end in a proper way, and you end this story. Because if there is an announcement that there's gonna be another Scream movie, I'm gonna lose it. They released Logan Noir on Blu-ray, and I watched it. I loved it. Oh, so there you go. I gotta pick that up because I love Logan. Logan is hard. I love Logan. It's fucking awesome. Oh, really? So you want a black and white version of not Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Justice League, I can wipe my ass with that movie, piss on it, burn it, curse it, and send it off to hell where it belongs. Do you think Batman and Joker will have a scene together? You mean Jared Leto's Joker and Ben Affleck's Batman? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. 100% yes. That's a fact. Yes, yes, yes. Do I believe it? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? Yes. I think I think Joker is going to be in the Nightmare sequence with Batman. I think Deathstroke is going to be in the Nightmare sequence with Batman as well. I think Jared Leto and Ben Affleck will have a scene together. I think that's going to be the Easter egg with Jason, well, not Jason Todd. Oh, I was about to say with Dick Grayson. I think Snyder is going to really tease the death of Dick Grayson in the Snyder Cut. I think I'm not sure about flashbacks with Jared Leto, but most definitely Jared Leto will be heavily involved with the I don't know filming, but strongly hinted at that he's going to be with Ben Affleck's Batman, and I think they will have an interaction 100%, 100%. They're going to have a scene together in the Snyder Cut. I have no question about that whatsoever. There's another chainsaw coming out. Is there? Oh yeah, I think there is. Like, I think there is another one coming out. God Almighty! Like, I don't know why? Like no one's asking for it. Like, I don't know anyone who's like, you know what? I think I need another sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No one wants that. Like, put an end to that. Like Scream 5, put an end to it. It's done. It's over. You've told all your stories about Sydney and Ghostface and Woodsboro. It's over. It's done. Let it go. I think I read they're trying to for a new Scream trilogy. Bruh, why? Like, no, I don't need it. No, no, no. You had your Scream trilogy with the MTV show, and wasn't it also on VH1? VH1 also had a show based on Scream, and no one watched it. It got canceled because it sucked because they ran out of ideas. Like no one cares about like again for the sake of the actors, for the sake of Wes Craven's legacy. I hope to God that this ends on a high note for everyone. I hope it closes out the Scream story with that started with Nev Campbell. End it. End it now. Please, please. Again, I'm hoping for a good movie. I hope it puts a cap on the story because because now people are like, okay, this is getting a little silly now. Enough with the bullshit already. So is the Batfleck series a miniseries or show? Like how many episodes and how long would each be in estimation? It's going to be a miniseries for sure. I don't think it's going to be like a 20 episode season one. No, because Ben Affleck is not going to do that. Ben Affleck wants to end his story with Zack Snyder. He wants to put a cap. He wants to put an end to his Batman. Ben Affleck wants his Batman to end on a high note. He wants to finish Zack Snyder's story arc that he started with, BBS and stuff like that. So it's not going to be like a 16 episode it's like season 2, 3, 4, 5. No. It's going to be probably a 4 hour 4 episode miniseries, probably like an hour each, and then he's gonna probably shoot. He's gonna be done with that, and then shoot Zack Snyder's Justice League, and then that will be it for Ben Affleck. Like no more Batman, and I know that sucks. I know that sucks, but again, Ben Affleck, like the only reason he came back was because, like I said, Zack Snyder had creative control, and Ben Affleck wants to end his story with Zack Snyder. He wants to end his Batman story with Justice League because Ben Affleck's Batman always had an end. He was never going to survive. Like Ben Affleck's Batman movie or was going to be his Batman movie was never going to be like Batman have like 7-10 movies. No. It was always supposed to end. It had an end point. It had an ending with Zack Snyder. So now is going to end. So thank God. No, not thank God, but you know what I mean. But thank God that Ben Affleck's Batman is going to end on a high note. Because Ben Affleck trusts Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder trusts Ben Affleck. So their partnership is really gonna feel like their partnership is gonna fuel their creative juices, and I have no doubt that Zack Snyder is talking to Ben Affleck constantly, like, hey, don't worry, this is where I want to take your character. This is what I want to do with it. This is how I'm going to end it. So again, like they've had this conversation years ago. Years ago. That's the only reason why Ben Affleck came back. Like Ben Affleck only came back because he knew that Zack Snyder had creative control over Justice League, and Ben Affleck has creative control over his Batman. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Hey, Geeks Cosmic Entertainment. What's going on, bro? Hopefully you're doing well. That really sucks, but he's in Flash, and I thought he might be in the Justice League sequels. Well, he's gonna be a Flash, and I know some people are saying that they're gonna phase out Ben Affleck, but I don't think that's gonna happen at all. That's not gonna happen. But again, I think as far as Justice League, well, he's gonna be in Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. As far as the theatrical version, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen and I don't see Ben Affleck doing that, especially since Ben Affleck is gonna have creative control over his Batman on HBO Max. So why would Ben Affleck go on the theatrical side when he's gonna have like strict restrictions on his character? Like, hey, your Batman can't do this. He can't interact with a Joker. Your Batman can be rated R. Your Batman can't kill or whatever. I don't see Ben Affleck doing that. So, especially with Zack Snyder. I don't see Zack Snyder, if the Snyder Cut is a big success, I don't see Zack Snyder going to Warner Brothers. Personally, I see like Warner Brothers coming over to Zack Snyder like, hey, Your Snyder Cut is a big success. We want to continue your story on the theatrical side, on the big screen. Is he going to do that? I don't think so. Because why would he do that when Zack Snyder has so much creative freedom to do whatever he wants? If he goes to Warner Brothers, he's just going to be met with the same restrictions and mandates and all that bullshit. So why would he bother doing that? Like you know what I mean? Like it would just be it'll be a waste of time for him. It'll be a waste of time for Ben Affleck. And why would they do that? Sequels to Zack Snyder's Justice League? Yeah, for sure, 100%, 100%, 100%. Zack Snyder will direct his sequels on HBO Max. I'm not even like, well, maybe if it doesn't happen, it's gonna, like, I'm not even worried about it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Zack Snyder already, I guarantee you, he already had conversations with Jason Kilar, who's the CEO of Warner Media. He already laid out his plans. Like, hey, if this is a big hit, this is where I want to take my story. This is where I want to finish my story. Because again, you're not gonna, like, HBO Max is not gonna spend 170, 200, whatever on one single project. They're not gonna do that unless you have investment in this story and you want it to continue because you know it's gonna be profitable. And people, for some reason, like, they don't understand this. Like they have a hard time processing this concept. Why do you think? Why do you think they're pouring so much money into this? Because they want Zack Snyder's Justice League to succeed, and if that succeeds, that's more content for HBO Max, especially DC content that has such a rabid fan base behind it. It only makes sense. I'm okay. How are you, bro? I'm doing well, bro. I'm doing well. Hopefully, you're okay as well. But yeah, man. Oh, I love it. Again, it's a great idea. It's a great concept. Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to be a massive hit. I know some people will be like, well, what if it fails? Like, what if it's not this big, humongous hit? Come on. Come on. Who are you fooling, bro? Who are you fooling? Of course it's going to be a hit. Of course. Like, I'm telling you right now, when the Snyder Cut premieres on HBO Max, the streaming service is going to crash. It's going to crash. Mark my words. You heard it here first. It's going to crash because so many people are underestimating the rabid fan base of Zack Snyder. Like, people are hungry to see this, including myself. That's the only reason why I got HBO Max, was because of Zack Snyder's Justice League. There was nothing else. There was nothing else. If the Batfleck miniseries is a success, will they have a miniseries for other characters, or will they just stick to the movies? Uh, that's a good question. Hmm. For sure, if it's a success, I think conversations will be had. It's like, hey, how can if because again, if Ben Affleck, spoiler alert, if you don't know, Ben Affleck's Batman dies right at the end of Justice League. So if this is a success, it all depends, but I don't think they will because Robin's dead, and Zack Snyder has no plans on bringing back Robin, so you can't do a Robin spinoff. So no, I don't think so. I think it's just going to end. I think it's just going to end with Ben Affleck, unless Robin was still alive, unless they do something to make it seem like Robin is still alive, which they're not going to do because Joker killed Robin. So I don't see any of the Bat family in Zack Snyder's universe having any spin-offs. I don't see that happening, unfortunately, which sucks, but it is what it is. I think they're just going to end it with Ben Affleck dying, and they're just going to continue. Which again sucks. I hate it because I love Robin. I love Dick Grayson, but it is what it is. I hope the rumors are true about Carla as Catwoman. It makes sense. The second I heard it, she and Ben would have great chemistry. Well, yeah, Zack Snyder confirmed that, like, his pick for Catwoman would have been our Carla Gugino, which again I love the pick. It's such a fan made pick. Like, so many fans had her cast as Catwoman. Like wouldn't it be cool if she was Catwoman with Ben Affleck's Batman? And the fact that Zack Snyder actually said hey, she was my top choice to be Catwoman. Uh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think for sure, Zack Snyder is gonna bring her back or bring her in before the whole Justice League saga ends. Because Zack Snyder's plans was to have her and Ben Affleck have a reunion in the movie. So I think definitely Zack Snyder will bring her in, not in this movie, but probably like Justice League Part 2 or something like that. I can see Ben wants to do more Batman on HBO Max because he's had creative control on his script. If Zack Snyder Justice League and Flash receive well on Ben, I can see him go do more. Uh, Again, I think Ben will do more with Zack Snyder. I don't see him working with Warner Brothers, especially with all the BS that he had to go through, and all the drama and all that stuff like that. But for sure, Ben will do more with Zack Snyder Justice League because he likes Zack Snyder. He likes working with Zack Snyder, and he trusts Zack Snyder. Again, Zack Snyder is the only reason why Ben Affleck came back at all. So if there was no Snyder cut, if there was nothing, Ben Affleck would not be Batman right now. So again, thanks to AT&T, thanks to HBO Max, and thanks to Zack Snyder. Like that's how much people love working with Zack Snyder because Zack Snyder is awesome, and they love working with him. And for other Justice League members like Flash and Cyborg, Flash and Cyborg, yeah, I think yeah. Well, Flash definitely is gonna obviously he's gonna be in the Flashpoint movie, the whole multiverse movie, and he's gonna be in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So I think it might be confusing for people who are not in the know. Like some people might like because Zack Snyder's Justice League with Flash is going to be completely different to what Ezra Miller is going to do on the theatrical side, right? Like let's say Flash is the changing the multiverse on the theatrical side for Warner Brothers, and and on the HBO Max, Zack Snyder can just kill off Flash. It's like, hey, Ezra Miller's dead. My Flash is dead in this universe. So that he could do that if he wanted to, and it'll have no effect, no consequence to whatever Warner Brothers is doing on the theatrical side at all. Which again is like Zack Snyder said it himself that his HBO Max Justice League is his Elseworld. It's an Elseworld story that Zack Snyder is telling, which is again should be great news for people who either love or hate Zack Snyder. Batfleck Batman could be HBO Max Mandalorian. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It, Again, when they announce the Batfleck series on HBO Max, it's gonna break the internet. People are gonna lose their minds. People are gonna lose their minds because it's gonna be. Man, I can't wait for that announcement to break. Like it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so cool. Like Ben Affleck's back as Batman. Are you kidding me? Especially when they're gonna involve Joe as Deathstroke. They're gonna involve Jared Leto's Joker, and they're gonna involve the death of Dick Grayson. Bro, that's a win-win right there. That's a win. You telling me nobody's gonna see that? Nobody's gonna see that? Come on now, stop playing with me. JL can't fail because it's Zach getting to complete his vision against all odds. Dude, Zack Snyder's Justice League, excuse me, it's too big to fail. It really is. It's too big. It's not gonna fail. It's not. Trust me when I tell you, it's not. It's gonna be a massive, massive success, and it's gonna really change the game on as far as the streaming wars and as far as big budget superhero movies being on the streaming service. Like it's gonna change everything, and I can't wait for it. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so amazing. It's gonna be the most talked about comic book movie for many many years, especially since I think it's gonna be weekly, right? I don't. Yeah, it's gonna be weekly. Like especially on Twitter, like it's gonna be trending on Twitter. It's gonna be trending on Instagram. It's gonna be the most talked about movie or miniseries, however you want to call it, during that period of time, and it's gonna be so cool to see. Catwoman in the Batfleck series. Uh yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I wouldn't. I wouldn't know why not. It's just most definitely maybe. I don't know if she's gonna be in it completely, but maybe like a scene here and there. Most definitely for sure. I met Ben once during the. Oh, did you? That's awesome. Because I think that when he was filming The Town, I think that was in Boston, right? Oh, that's cool. That's awesome, man. I really wish there's a chance for multiple parts of the Batfleck series because Ben Affleck as Batman is a dream come true. Yeah, like Ben Affleck's Batman, he's so good. He's so good, and the fact that people were just like hating on it when he was first announced. Like the internet broke. People were going insane that Ben Affleck, he's gonna ruin the role. He's not Batman. It's gonna suck. And now he's like the best live action Batman, like the best interpretation of that character on screen. For he's it. Like he's the pyramid. Like he's like Ben Affleck is like number one in my book. So the fact that we're getting a chance to see his Batfleck series and to see his arc finish and end, I mean, what more can fans want? And I know when it comes, fans are going to be upset that Ben Affleck is not going to be Batman anymore. But at the same time, it's like, look, you have Batman v Superman. You're going to have multiple Justice League sequels. He's going to be in the Flash movie. He's going to have his own Batfleck show. I mean, like, come on, like, like, what else do you want? Wonder Woman 84 is going to be a game changer, absolutely, yeah. Especially since it's a big, high-profile movie on a streaming service. Again, it's gonna lay down the foundation for the Snyder Cut and everything else to follow. Like every other movie that's gonna come on the HBO Max streaming service is gonna change the game for real. It's like, I can't wait. Leto could get his own limited run series. Nothing is off the table now with the multiverse. He could, he could get his own series. Do I want that though? It's like, I don't know if I want that. It's like, to me, I think Jared Leto's Joker works best with Ben Affleck's Batman. I think, especially like he's going to be involved with the show. He's going to be involved in the Snyder Cut, especially, and he's going to have multiple interactions with Ben Affleck. Do I want a limited series with Jared Leto's Joker? Uh, Not really. Like, if I was in charge, I would be like, no. I think he's best with Ben Affleck's Batman and stuff like that. Because again, like Jared Leto's Joker, like he plays a major part in the DC universe, especially in the Batfleck universe, in the Batfleck world. Like he's gonna play a major part, and especially with the redesign that Zack Snyder is gonna give him. Whether I think it's gonna be in the Nightmare sequence and in the Batfleck show. Again, he's gonna play a major part in the whole DC universe in general. So I don't think I really need a limited series with him, but again, if it comes, I'm not gonna complain. I would love a Leto Joker series. He deserved it after he got robbed on his Joker films. Yeah, he did get robbed. Like what Warner Brothers did to him, especially with the whole Joaquin Phoenix. Like that was shady. Like that was messed up. Especially since they were the ones who messed up the whole studio squad with David Ayer, because David Ayer gave a more layered, complex version of Jared Leto's Joker that hopefully we will see someday. And the fact that they screwed him over, like promising him a solo movie and our Harley Quinn movie, it's like they did him dirty. They did him dirty. Like that was messed up. I grew up with Newton, but Ben is Newton. You mean Keaton? I think you mean Keaton. I love Michael Keaton. He's awesome. Yeah, I grew up with Keaton. Yeah, okay, great. I was like Newton. I was like, who's like is that a new character? But yeah, like Ben is my favorite. Ben is my number one. I love Ben Affleck. Like Ben is like, again, he's my number one for sure. I love Ben Affleck. He's the best. He's my number one always. I wish the Batfleck series is a prequel. I want to see the chemistry between Batman and Robin and how he brightened Batman's world. I think we're gonna get that. I think for sure we're gonna get that. Again, I think Zack Snyder teased that, like, the whole reason Ben Affleck became the way he was in BBS was because of the death of Robin, right? And I think Robin, I think even Zack Snyder said this. I don't know if it was on Dave Pena's stream, but he said, like, Robin was the opposite of Batman, who was more light, who was more naive, who was more of a youthful, hopeful Robin. And the fact that he died because of him being naive and his trust in humanity, that's the reason why Ben Affleck just completely switched and became the, dark, gritty, jaded, like, started branding people in BBS. That's the reason why. So again, like, this whole, I think Justice League is really gonna make BBS a lot more better in context, because now we're gonna have a lot more information as to why Ben Affleck's Batman was the way he is, which is phenomenal. By the way, I love it. Again, long form storytelling, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Even though it is most likely a sequel, yeah, it kind of is for sure. Truth, truth from Let It Shine. What's going on, Doctor Fate? Hopefully you're doing well. If we're handing out series, give Black Canary one. For me, she was the best part of BOP. Black Canary. Yeah, I'm not a, I wasn't a fan of that interpretation of Black Canary. I prefer, the classic comic book look. I prefer her obviously with Green Arrow, but obviously, Green Arrow hasn't been introduced in this universe. But I like the actress. I think she's on Lovecraft Country, so I like her. I just don't like the way she was written. I don't like the design for Black Canary. I would prefer like the classic look for her. But hopefully, if they do a show or if they do a sequel and they bring her back, hopefully she has a redesign because I wasn't a fan of Birds of Prey. I wasn't a fan of that iteration. So hopefully they do something different for sure because it's like because that thing was it wasn't for me, bro. It just wasn't for me. Hey, Doctor. Yeah, Doctor Faye is good. He's a good guy, but again, it's just like it all depends on the execution. It has to be right. Just like I don't know why it was a Birds of Prey film. It should have been a Harley Quinn film because it was mostly a Harley Quinn story. So if you would just name the movie Harley Quinn and just focus on that and not and worried about the Birds of Prey in a sequel or something, I think that film would have gotten much more praise. Like that title was horrendous. By the way, just name it DC's Harley Quinn. That's it. That's that should have been the name of your movie. The fact that they did fantabulous emancipation, it was just what is this like this is trash. Just like it's just like the marketing horrendous, trash, bad, terrible, terrible, just terrible marketing. So hopefully they learned a lesson, and if they do continue with a sequel, you got to change it. And Cassandra Cain, come on, bro, like that's not the Cassandra Cain from the comics. Cassandra Cain from the comics is an assassin, and like she's the most deadly assassin warrior in the DC world. Like she beats up Batman. That's how savage she is. And the fact that like and what they turned it into in the film, it was just like, what is this? It's it felt like someone who didn't understand comics at all. It just it was just so bad. It was so terrible. It's it's like I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. Oh, like it was terrible. It should have been. It was. I think it felt like a mistake for since day one. It's just like it just didn't work at all. I wish the Batfleck series is a two-parter with part one being a Batman and Robin show and ending with his death, and part two with Deathstroke in the present and showing how part one affected him. Well, that's what the miniseries is for. The miniseries, like you could do all this, episode one, with the death of Robin, episode two with Deathstroke, episode three with the Joker, and episode four it leads into Justice League Part Two with Batman. So I think that's what they're gonna do most likely. Again, I'm excited for it. I love it. Like this is what I want. This is what I want to see. This is what the fans want to see. And I think, especially since Jay Oliver, he read the script for Ben Affleck, and he said that was the best script that he ever read. So the fact that Ben Affleck is probably gonna dust off that old script and do some rewrites, add little touches here and there, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be phenomenal. Especially since Ben Affleck is a massive Batman fan. Like this is a win-win for fans. Like this is everything that we should have gotten back in 2017, 2016. So again, it's a win-win. I only know the DC live action movies, so Birds of Prey is my only exposure to Black Canary. I did not like Birds of Prey. I tell myself Harley just be better in the comics and shows, but I like Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. I liked her. I thought she was great in Suicide Squad. Again, Harley Quinn is a great character, and Margot Robbie does a great job. It's just unfortunately the writing and the execution of the character in films hasn't been the strongest so far, especially with David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Like even though she was great in that movie, it's a chopped up, edited movie that wasn't David Ayer's true vision of what he shot with Harley Quinn and Joker. Because David Ayer said like his Joker and his Harley Quinn was much more complex in his movie than what we got in the Studio Squad film, in the theatrical, messed up, butchered, whatever you want to call it. So I think once the Ayer cut comes out and once we see the true vision of what David Ayer with that film is going to be much more for him and for us, especially since it's going to be a lot more cathartic for David Ayer to release his cut of the film. Thoughts on the anti-life equation for Darkseid that Darkseid is going to use on Superman in the nightmare sequence, probably in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm all for it, bro. I'm excited. Let's get it. Let's get it. I want to see all of it. I love it. Can't wait. Can't wait to see it. I'm at like 2 miniseries of Batfleck. Oh, you mean like a season 1, season 2? No, that would be cool. But Ben Affleck's not gonna do that. But Ben Affleck is just gonna do like a mini series again, like the whole Joker Deathstroke story. It stays within the confines of Zack Snyder's Justice League. It all stays in that small continuity of story that Zack Snyder is gonna do. So as much as I would like, season 2 miniseries, season 3 miniseries, just it's not gonna happen, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it sucks because I love Ben Affleck's Batman and I want as much Batfleck as I can get. But it is what it is, man. Because I love Ben Affleck. Like Ben Affleck is probably like he's definitely my number. He's definitely my number one Batman, and Michael Keaton would be my number 2 for sure. So 4 episodes with Robin and another 4 with Deathstroke. Um, I think it's gonna be 4 episodes of the miniseries, and I think the first episode is gonna deal with the death of Robin, probably in a flashback. I think we will see a flashback with a Robin and Batman teaming up. I think that's gonna be the first episode. Episode number 2 is probably gonna deal with the death and the aftermath of Robin, and then we're gonna see the how Joker probably got his grills and the tattoos and all that stuff, and then probably Deathstroke and all that stuff. Again, I'm not saying it's gonna be in that order, but it's definitely gonna revolve around that. It's gonna be heavily involved around Joker and more Deathstroke and how Deathstroke is probably gonna get involved because was supposed to be involved in the Justice League movie where he breaks Lex Luthor out of prison. So Deathstroke is involved in the Batman story because I think he was the main villain in Ben Affleck's Batman story in the script that Ben Affleck wrote. So most definitely he's going to be involved with the Batman story. Yeah, I didn't like Birds of Prey, but one of the 2 things I liked were Margot Robbie and Journey Smollett. Yeah, again, I like Margot Robbie and I like Journey Smollett. I think she's great. I just don't like how she was written. I don't like the iteration. I don't like that interpretation of Black Canary. So if they change it to something again more like the comics, then I would be more on board because I know people were like, well, the only reason why you hate this movie is because you hate seeing strong female characters, and I'm just like, bro, like one of my favorite movies of all time is Wonder Woman. So I don't know what you're talking about, or get your head out of your ass because I love Gal Gadot and I love Wonder Woman. So that whole narrative is just like really strange to me. I never heard of Studio Squad before. Phantom. Yeah, I think it was Film Gob who probably came up with that. Right? Was it Film Gob or somebody else? But I was like, that's pretty funny. That's pretty clever. I like that. And maybe Ewan McGregor. Did he die? I thought he died. Like, did he get blown up in Birds of Prey movie? I thought he got blown up or something, right? which I did not like at all. And again, that's another thing. I did not like his interpretation of Black Mask. Like that's not how Black Mask is. Like Black Mask doesn't act like that. Like that whole thing, which is again, I understand it's a director's choice to take the character and do your interpretation of it, but that wasn't Black Mask to me, bro. I'm just like what is this? This feels entirely different from what from what Black Mask was from the animated movie and from the comics. Like Black Mask is intimidating in the comics. Like he's much more of a gangster and stuff like that. Like Ewan McGregor, like his Black Mask was much more like flamboyant and stuff like that. So it just like it felt like strange to me. Batfleck's suit is so good too. It remains comic accurate while also being practical. I love, bro, Ben Affleck's suit, the best Batman suit ever, ever, hands down. I don't care. I don't care what anyone says. Ben Affleck's Batman suit is phenomenal. No one can touch it. No one. So it sucks that they changed it in Justice League, but I think Zack Snyder also said that he's gonna revert back to the old BVS costume, which is like, yes, please. Thank you, Zack Snyder. That's why you're the man. Barcelona B, what's going on? Just watched your Wonder Woman 84 video. What a crazy year for DC. Oh, no, thank you for watching. What a crazy year for DC. Yep, bro. DC, again, like Warner Media, like Jason Kilar over at HBO Max, like he's just like cleaning house. He's making sure that none of the mistakes that were made is going to happen again. So he's making sure like, hey, we got to get DC back on track. Like, hey, make sure this thing is rock solid. Make sure we win over the not only the hardcore fans, but the general audience who are just like, well, still a little gun shy about watching a DC movie. So this is like all goodness. Like for DC fans, you should be happy. We should be we should be celebrating. Like, hey, this is it. This is what we want. And yeah, man, like this is there hasn't been a better year to be a DC fan. Like even though 2020 sucks right now, like the fact that we're eating good, we're celebrating. We got Wonder Woman 84. We got the Snyder Cut. We got Ben Affleck Batman show on the horizon. Wonder Woman 84 coming in on HBO Max. It's all good, baby. It's all good. Just order DCU figures. What you order, bro? Batman, Wonder Woman. Shit, send me a figure, bro. I gotta get me fucking a Batman figure as well. Hi Barcy. Okay. BOP. Oh, BOP. What the fuck am I talking about? It's late, bro. BOP was just poorly written, which has me worried about Flashpoint since it's the same writer. I'm hoping Ben has final approval on the script. Yeah, I know he has approval on his Batman, but yeah, I'm a little worried about the Birds of Prey script as well, about the writer. That's the only thing that's like giving me a little bit of pause, but hopefully, she knows what she's doing. Hopefully she has like is I think Andy Michchetti, I think that's his name. Hopefully he's like overlooking the script as well and making sure like, hey, this is good. I don't like this. No, Barry shouldn't do this. Make sure this is how the story is. So I think I have more faith that he's gonna be, obviously he's in charge and he's making sure like, hey, make sure the script is not like, cheesy or anything like that. Because again, like this is important. Like if you're gonna do a Flash multiverse movie, this has to do well. Like Flash is one of your main franchise players, and if you ruin it again, that's not going to be a good look, bro. Like that's not going to be that's not good. So you got to make sure like this is done well. I was disappointed with Black Mask. I love Wonder Woman. Gal is like, I think Gal is everyone's crush, bro. Get a line, bro. Like she's my crush. Like she's my number one. But yeah, Black Mask. I love Ewan McGregor. I just wasn't a fan of that interpretation. Like to me, it was a little too flamboyant. It wasn't Black Mask at all. Again, I respect that they wanted to do something different, but for me, I'm just like, no, like this is not my Black Mask. Hashtag not my Black Mask. But again, I respect what they did with it. With everything DC that is being announced, I'm afraid that I'm getting too wishful. Too wishful. I mean, yeah, like so far, we got the Batman with Robert Pattinson. We got Black Adam castings, and hopefully a Superman solo movie. Still no word on that, but most likely he's going to be obviously he's going to have more to do with Zack Snyder's Justice League and that story. Probably he's going to have a cameo in Shazam or Black Adam, probably both. Most likely he's going to be in Shazam Part 2 to fight Black Adam. So I think Henry Cavill's covered there. And I know we still want a Henry Cavill solo Superman movie. We want that too. But again, I think that's the Warner Brothers bosses. I think that they're just waiting to see how Henry Cavill is received in the Snyder Cut. And of course that's gonna be a blow up. That's gonna be huge. And when that blows up, I think you're gonna get like more announcements like, hey, Henry Cavill is going to come back for a Superman sequel, a solo Superman film. So I know people are like, "Where's the Superman movie?" It's going to come. It's coming. Relax. It's all good. But because I'm waiting for that too. So, but in the meantime, you can watch Man of Steel, like I'm going to do. AT&T is the best thing to Warner Brothers and way better than AOL. AT&T is the unsung hero. Like AT&T saved Warner Brothers. AT&T saved DC because they've been doing a better job with DC than Warner Brothers has in years, which is kind of sad to say if we're being honest. Batfleck statue, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Superman, Leto, Joker, and more. I'm turning into. It seems like you're turning into Enosh, bro, but I love it. It's all good, bro, because I love Enosh. Enosh is awesome. Uh, I don't like the It movies, so I'm doubly worried about Flash. You like the It movies? Oh, I love the It movies. Uh, part two, I didn't like part two that much, but the first It movie was phenomenal. I loved the first It movie. It was great. It was scary. It was creepy. So I have faith in the director. I think he's gonna do a good job. I don't think he's gonna be like terrible or bad or anything like that. But I think he's gonna do a solid job with the Flash movie. So uh, I'm really not concerned about him. I'm more concerned about the script and how it's gonna be handled and stuff like that. But again, we just have to wait and see. I wonder if Flashpoint will connect the HBO Max universe to the theatrical verse in a crazy way. I don't think that's gonna happen, Barcelona. I really don't think. I think Zack Snyder's Justice League is gonna stay separate from Warner Brothers, from whatever they're doing, and it should be that way. Because God forbid that Warner Brothers Flash, like they mess up with the Flashpoint universe, and the fact that that's going to be connected to Zack Snyder, and he's going to mess up is going to mess up the whole plans that Zack Snyder had on HBO Max. Like I don't want that to happen. Like I don't want that to happen at all. So I think it's just best for the two just to stay separate, do your thing on the theatrical side, and let Zack Snyder do his thing on the HBO Max because I don't want them to mess up with whatever Zack Snyder's doing. Like no, I want them to keep it separate. Just do your thing because God forbid, like I said, if they mess up the Flash movie, the Flashpoint universe, and all that stuff, that's gonna set everything back. I'm just like, no, no, please, don't mess it up, please. I can't wait much longer for the Batfleck series. I am counting the minutes, bro. I'm like, fucking, I'm just like refreshing every day on Twitter and Instagram. Like the Batfleck show coming. Is the Batfleck show coming? No, 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 not yet, not yet, not yet. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. I'm just like, just refresh, refresh. I'm right there with you, man. I'm just like, it's gonna come eventually. What are your feelings on Black Adam? It's been over a decade. It has been over a decade. It's been way too long. I think since like 2014. I think that was like since The Rock was announced as Black Adam. Just like it's been a while. It's been a long ass time, but I think it's gonna. I think now that casting has been set up, and now I think they might start filming next year. So now like things are rolling, things are gonna get going. So finally, it's gonna happen. But I'm excited for it. I love the fact that they're gonna introduce Doctor Fate, not from the stream, not from the chat, of the real Doctor Fate. That's awesome. Adam Smash is gonna be cool. Hawkman is gonna be cool. I love the whole world, the Black Adam concept. So I think so. Again, I love The Rock. I think he's a big personality, and I think he's going to do well with the role. And again, it all depends on execution. If the movie's done well, if it's handled well, then I'm all for it, bro. It's the 10th anniversary of Jonah Hex movie. I know you are absolutely jacked. I don't think I ever saw Jonah Hex. I'm trying to remember if I ever saw that movie. I don't think I ever did. I don't think I saw the trailer. I saw the reviews, and I was just like, I'm good. It's just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna save my money on this one. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing much at all. It's like no, I'm good. I'll keep my money in my back pocket. It's like yeah, I'll spend it on fucking Pornhub or whatever. Just like because I think people who spent money on Jonah Hex in theaters, I'll just I'll say a prayer for them. Hope them the best. Make sure that they're safe and sound. Because yeah, I think if you saw Jonah Hex in theaters, like my God, I hope my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, laid a blessing and protect and blessed your soul, because I feel sorry for you. Just like I don't think they have it. I don't think any of us actually. Yeah, like that whole movie, that whole thing. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. I think it's in the same trash can, in the same trash bin as Justice League. So make sure you set it on fire and make sure that it never sees the light of day again. But I think that's gonna be it. Thank you to everyone on the chat. Thank you to everyone who came on, said hello, said what's up. I love you all, and yeah, I love chatting with you. I love chatting you about DC movies, Scream, and all that stuff. So it's always a pleasure. I always love having you on, and yeah, I've never seen Jonah Hex. Yeah, no, don't waste your time, Barcelona. It's not that good. It's not that good. But anyway, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you like my DC content, and as always, stay safe. Don't get the Rona. I love you all. And remember, Marvel sucks, DC rules, and don't ever, ever watch Justice League, because, I heard, bad things will happen. It's like a broken mirror. Just bad things will happen for you. Just don't do it. So as always, love you all. Be safe, and truth out.